come along and ride with me to Lago Vista. We are leaving Cedar Park. I had to run some errands this morning, 9:26 on a Friday morning. The skies are clear and it's going to be a beautiful day, albeit hot because we're at the end of July. We're passing Anderson Mill here, so this is one of the roads that you take to go around the east side of Lake Travis to get to the south side, which is Lakeway, Rough Hollow, and all that area. We were in Williamson County, and this is the mark of Travis County. It's just a little section outside of the main Travis County, and that's where Lago Vista, Jonestown, and Point Venture are. Travis County. We're on 1431 heading west to Marble Falls. And we still consider this a little bit Cedar Park-ish area. I expect there to be lots of businesses coming along this road as we continue to grow. You'll see we're coming up on an intersection called New Hope, and if you take it to the right, it takes you into the northern side of Cedar Park. It's a real great back way to take from Lago Vista if you have to run to the north side. This QT up here on the right was one of the first businesses that came in a couple of years ago. We have a huge church on the left called City Reach. That was finished a couple of months ago, less than a year, and it's a really great place for a lot of people. So many different denominations, ethnicities. It's just a really cool addition to this area. And then past QT, there is a car wash and a brand new strip center that's going in, which has a restaurant called Conejos, and that is built by the owners of Lucky Rabbit. Lucky Rabbit is in Jonestown. We're going to pass it and I'll take a note of it, but this restaurant is going to be amazing because all the things that they touch are amazing, and it's up here on the right. It is not open just yet, but it will be busy for sure, and I'll do a tour of it. But there's also a liquor place, coffee, dental, UPS store, and a dental office there. Lots of things happening on this part of 1431. There's a shooting range over to the right-hand side. It's indoor, which is pretty awesome and local for people. There's one other shooting range that we will pass going by on Nameless Road. To the right is a Whitestone Animal Clinic. I don't think you could see that in the video, but that's a great place and where I actually take Buster and Bruiser and Knightley, our cat, sometimes. So as we round this turn, this is what makes me feel like we're getting into the hill country. This traffic light takes you left into Trails End, which is the farther east part of the Sandy Creek arm of Lake Travis, and there are waterfront properties along there. But look how we turn around this bend and come down the hill, and now you start seeing this gorgeous hill country. We are facing Crystal Falls and Lakeside at Tessera neighborhoods right now. You can see some construction happening right here. To the right is a really cool building called the Silencer Shop. I'm not really sure what happens in there, but it has to do with guns, that's for sure. And we're coming down into still considered like Leander area, because all of these homes around here, they go to the Leander School District. So it's not really North Lake Travis because none of these homes here have lake access. Now, that back there at Trails End, yes, because they are on the Sandy Creek arm, but none of these homes right here have lake access. However, if you live in one of these homes, like Travisso, this huge master plan community that has gone in over the past 10 years, if they want to have a boat on Lake Travis, then they can apply for a slip at the North Shore Marina, which is in the Hollows. The North Shore Marina is a public marina, so anyone, anywhere can get a slip and leave their boat there. But that's pretty much the only place if you're going to have a boat and have it stored someplace. There are other ways to get on the lake if you don't belong to the Lago Vista or Point Venture or Hollows POA, and that is through some public parks like Jonestown Park, you could pay a fee to get in there. I think it's free to the residents, but I believe if you are not a resident, you have to pay a fee. Then there's Arkansas Bend, which is like a Texas campground, Texas maintained, so they will also have a day fee, but that's a really beautiful park. So there are ways that you can get your boat into the water, but storing it might be a different scenario. There's tons of storage units around here, but some of the neighborhoods don't allow boat storage in the driveway. Now here you see we come into Jonestown. Look at these amazing, beautiful green covered hills. And one thing I love about Texas is even in the winter, these trees are primarily green because they're evergreens. They're cedars. And even though I don't like cedars, I do love that they stay green through the winter. And the reason I don't like cedars is because they are bullies. I mean, they take over the forest. They grow very quickly. They absorb all of the water, and they don't let the other trees grow as well. Okay, let me pause for a minute because this is Nameless Road. If you take it to the right, it takes you into Leander, and that's where that other gun range is. Now we're still in Jonestown. There's an RV park over here to the left-hand side, and scattered homes on the left and right around. But anyway, about those cedar trees. So they suck up all the water. They just bully themselves through the forest, and they don't let the other trees grow as much. We love our oak trees out here in Texas. So when I take people through, I show them, like, if you see shiny leaves, like waxy leaves, those are our beautiful oaks. And most of the other green trees are the cedars. So many neighborhoods allow you to cut down the cedars without having much request into the city. And in fact, they have controlled cedar burns throughout the hill country just to keep our wildfire experiences down. All right, winding through the Jonestown Hills. To the right are some beautiful homes that look over more green rolling hills. And we're getting into like what I quote Jonestown proper. So you'll see Jonestown, if you get into these neighborhoods, they're not really bona fide neighborhoods. It's just Jonestown right here. But there's like a re-gentrification happening where people are tearing down these little small fishing shacks that used to be here for years and years and building up new modern homes. The thing is that the lot sizes are very, very small, and Jonestown doesn't have sewer, so everything is on septic, but they do have water. Okay, now into the commercial area. We have a liquor store on the left, a barber shop, a postal shop, a really great on the right-hand side, Bajo La Luna, Mexican restaurant, fun shopping experience at Ordinary Objects. And if you look to the right here, that big white building coming around the corner, that is Lucky Rabbit. It is an amazing place for gathering. They have great food. A new restaurant on the left, Solstice. And then here's your City of Jonestown offices and the library up on the left-hand side. Lone Star Bar up on the left has chicken shit bingo one night a week, so that's always fun and perfect for Jonestown. On the right-hand side, there's another little shopping strip, Alba Wine Bar. They are fairly new, but they have incredible steak night on Thursday night. All right, here's a hill that the police will get you. They sit over in the left-hand side as you're coming down the hill, so be careful if you're coming to visit us in Lago Vista to do the speed limit, which is 45 through here. We are still in Jonestown at this point, up and around the hill. Now, over to the left-hand side, we're following that Sandy Creek arm into the main body of Lake Travis. And so when you see these streets on the left-hand side, there are homes down there that are waterfront or have incredible water views. Now around this bend, past that FedEx truck, if you see somebody turning left, that is Reed Parks Road. And basically that hill in front of us, Reed Parks Road, runs like a horseshoe around that hill where that white car is turning. Ranchland Hills is a neighborhood back there. North Lake Hills. There are a couple of gated neighborhoods back there, and that is a gorgeous place because some of these homes built up on that hill have extraordinary long distance views of Lake Travis. I feel like you can almost see to the Mansfield Dam from some of those homes. But that's where a lot of retired C-suite people live. Lots of multi-million-dollar homes back around that horseshoe. So that was the east Reed Parks Road, and then up here at this light will be the west, so that's where it dumps out, West Reed Park Road at this flashing light. We have a church on the right, Church on the Hill. That's the name of it, Church on the Hill, and then a storage unit on the left-hand side. So now you're seeing our beautiful 1431 that just got expanded with a turn lane in the middle, fresh pavement. It rides real nice, and we are so fortunate because there are accidents that happen on 1431. They've always happened because of the hills and the curves and the speed, but now people are on their cell phones so much and not paying attention, and we have more people moving here, so those are some reasons that causes more accidents. We have two RV parks right here, one here in the bottom of this hill on the left-hand side, and then one on the right as we top that hill. A couple of new billboards have come in that has got the community up in arms because it distracts from our beautiful hill country view, but that's the price of progress and growth, I guess. There's the Lake Travis RV Park on the right-hand side. All right, topping this hill and around the corner, now you see we're getting into Lago Vista. Again, welcome to the beautiful rolling hill country. It's incredible. Now, Lago Vista is a very special place, unlike the south side of Lake Travis. People say that our area, the north side of Lake Travis, looks like Lakeway looked 10 years ago. And the reason is because our prices are a lot cheaper, our traffic is a lot less, and we are growing our businesses. So if you want a good investment, look on the north side of Lake Travis. We also have a lot of shallow entry areas into the lake, whereas Lake Travis or Lakeway has many cliffs, so you have to either do a tram from your home or you just don't have access to the lake. I mean, we have 9 private waterfront parks. To the left is the Hollows, and that's where I live. That is a master plan community, and they boast 1 acre plus properties for the most part. However, the new developer came in and subdivided some of those lots, but homes start around $600,000 there and go up to $7 million or more. And as we round this corner and top this hill, now you get to see the commercial area of Lago Vista. This is where the main hub of commercial lives, is right at this Loman Ford 1431 intersection. And I have to head to my office today, so that's where we're going. But you can see those green hills in the distance. That's Balcones Canyonlands. That is a protected wildlife sanctuary, so those will never be built on. And we do have master plan communities coming into Lago Vista, and still tons more land for us to grow. So the people here is what makes this community so amazing to live in on the north side of Lake Travis. So many volunteer groups, so many activities for people to get into, and they really come together and make this town what it is. You pretty much know a lot of the people here, and we're all looking out to give each other a lending hand. So the people is what makes it so beautiful, and then the hills and the lake and the views. So I'm sorry I can't show you the lake on the 1431 drive, but you stay tuned and watch some more of my driving videos, and I'm about to show you some of the best areas in Lago. Because if you just come through Lago Vista on the main streets, you may not get a good depiction of what it actually looks like and how it actually feels when you live here. And that's what I want to show you, because it is an amazing place. And right in front of us is the Lago Vista Brewing Company that has been here 3 years, won many awards, and so happy that they are right by my office. So after a long week, I can go unwind there. Thanks for driving with me. I'll see you soon.